Well, we're here to dedicate our building to Governor PBS Pinchback. He was a governor, first lieutenant governor and then governor in the late 1800s, and was Louisiana's first black governor. And Senator Ed Price filed a bill in the last legislative session to dedicate the building to him. And so we have installed his name up on the awning of the building. What we do not have ready yet, it's still on order from a sign company, is a sign that will match all the other signs that are on the state buildings throughout the capital area here, which will have his name on that as well. And then we also have a plaque on order which will go right inside the first set of glass doors there on the wall to explain to people who PBS Pinchback is, because most people don't know that name or know what his contribution was to Louisiana. So we'll have that on there with a embossed image of his headshot of him. And so it's going to look real nice, and we're glad to do it and glad to have a name for our building after all these years. It's never been named for anyone, so it's a good name. We're honored to have him, and we're pleased to do this.
PBS Pinchback was the first African-American governor of the state of Louisiana. It was during the Reconstruction era, and at the time he was a Republican. And what it was a lot of infrastructure needs going on because of the war. And so that's why I chose the DOTD building, because they deal with a lot of infrastructure needs, and I thought this was the perfect opportunity to do it.
This is a building named after our first African-American governor. This is important. Transportation. This governor has put in a lot of money, John Bell, in transportation, roads, bridges, infrastructure. Having a building named after the first African-American governor is important. When you look at our community, if we're going to continue to attract businesses, transportation is important. Roads, bridges, airports, ports. That's the commerce of our community.
We have to pass legislation, which I authored legislation to rename the building. Not to rename it because it didn't actually have a name. So we have other structures in Baton Rouge, the Claiborne building, the Bienville building. And I thought it was a great opportunity for an African American to be a building that he served as governor to be named after.
We wanted to do something with the Governor Pinchback, and we thought the most appropriate building would be transportation, building bridges, creating a future. And we want people to know that every community has to have roads and bridges infrastructure. It's important that people are able to travel. The issues that we have through Baton Rouge throughout the state, it's important that we have good roads and bridges, and transportation is a major component of that.
It means a great deal to the African American community and to everybody. Here you have African American governor doing reconstruction, and I'd admit it was only for a short period of time, but he did serve. He previously served as lieutenant governor, so he moved in, and it's a great thing that people know our history. With so much going on right now about our history, let's tell a history. Let's tell black history, because it's for real, and you just can't give it away. We need it. So naming this building PBS Pinchback, I hope that especially our students coming through now can say, oh, that's a building that named after the first African American governor in the state of Louisiana.